record 2 weeks in a row this time. I'm feeling pretty motivated to get going on the Ahsoka stuff. My current goal is to get things at least partially done so I can wear it and meet Ashley Eckstein at PCC, because I'll be going to PCC in a couple months. I know I won't completely finish the costume because I won't be able to finish the armor stuff, but I've bought a whole bunch of white fabric, so I'm going to have the base layer for Rebels Ahsoka and then make a white cloak and be Ahsoka the White, which will be really cool and fun because cloaks are fun. Don't judge me. Anyway, some other updates. I've updated some of my social media stuff, and I was experimenting with Twitch. So I've figured out a way to port my Twitch streams to YouTube, which is a new thing for me, because I guess I'm old now. Anyway, if you missed the live stream and you don't see it within 2 weeks, it won't disappear forever now. Yay! All of the links to all my social media, my YouTube, my Ko-fi page, my Twitch stream is all on my website, which should be linked to all my pages, and including the Twitch thing there, so you should be able to check it out. Today, I'm going to be finishing up what I started last week on the Rebels Ahsoka stuff. The belt actually turned out real nice, even the part where I spilled all the brown on it. It doesn't look too dark. There's the part where I spilled it. Not bad. So I'll get that finished, which, I forgot to get a glove. And there's some weird spotting there, but I'll figure that part out later. Because first thing we're going to do is, if I can get it to see what I'm doing. Here we go. We will be cutting this interfacing here. This is iron-on stuff to iron on the inside of the underbelt to stabilize it, and then I'll turn it inside out and sew a little edge on it. But first things first, of course, gotta trace the stuff. Where's my pencil? There it is. Okay, let's get this closer to the edge so I got a whole lot extra, which you can't really see from there, but there we go. Got a lot of extra. I didn't bother actually measuring how long this thing was, and I just got 1.5 yards of interfacing because it'll get used eventually anyway. So I don't really want it to be too big, so I'm gonna line it up with the stitch line on the inside of these on the top. And here we go. This goes. And then I can actually mark this up all I want because it's going to be on the inside of the garment. It doesn't really matter. Excuse my sniffles, I just sneezed, so of course I'm gonna have the sniffles for like the next 10 minutes. If I end up doing weird stuff like this, please forgive me. I woke up this morning with some carpal tunnel stuff going on, so I keep stretching my hand to try and make it less twingy. Alright, now you should be able to see the lines pretty well. Okay. Now let's get this extra interfacing put away. Very staticky. Okay, now we have two pieces. Cut them this way. See how they line up, and then I'll move over to the iron. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Not perfect, but like I said, this is on the inside and it's just supposed to provide some stability. As long as we've got it mostly on the inside of the stitching, I think I'll be okay. Which somebody isn't, so I'm going to give that a little trim. The reason I want it on the inside of the stitches is because when I turn it inside out, I don't want it to be in this folded edge, because that's going to basically be folded over like that on the interior of the garment, making it unnecessarily thick. think that's well enough on the inside. Hold it so it stays put, and we'll move over to the other table. See, I did set up the iron, so it should be all nice and warmed up now. I can find a place to put it. It's not in the way of this belt. Sorry, I tried to get it to stay put and then it didn't. Okay. Of course, the reason I'm picking it up occasionally is to get some of the steam to come out. Because that's what makes it stick. I'm really not sure why my iron is making that particular noise, but whatever. Kind of got spoiled by using the big industrial one at work. But this one does what it needs. Careful not to scald myself. Just trying to make sure the edges are getting pretty well stuck. Feels like I've mostly gotten them. Okay. Turned it off. Unplug. to the other room. I'm going to let this set for a little while. Make sure it really gets a good adhesion before I flip it inside out. So, one thing I did forget to prep is getting gloves. So, I will have to go grab a glove and then I'll be right back and we'll work on the overbelt before finishing this guy. Okay, sorry about that. So professional. Forgetting things. And all that. Put this over by the sewing machine for now. I'll roll out my dirty newspaper stuff. Okay. Okay, nice. Just enough to get the part I didn't start on and the part where it kind of messed up a little. The reason I'm only doing one glove is kind of so I don't have to use up. I don't really need two gloves. I only need the one hand to paint. And that way I can not waste gloves because I'm being cheap. And they already paid for themselves because I just got some stuff on the gloves. Of course, in case you didn't see last week, the reason I didn't finish this was because my table's not long enough. I've got part of it hanging off the edge over that way currently. went a little bit light over here anyway, so get some more, make it more consistent with the rest of it. Okay, maybe I'll need the second glove after all. I'm touching the belt. Last week I was having problems with doing little circles, but since I broke the handle, this seems to be a pretty good technique for just the sponge by itself. Okay, that looks pretty good and consistent. Let's work on over here. This part was started last time, but it doesn't look like I got as much color as parts of it, so I'm kind of trying to even it out. Or there's a spot here. There we go. There's a spot over here where it's got a bunch of little droplets, which is right next to where it exploded on me when I first opened it up last week. So that's probably where those came from. It just got oversaturated. Okay, that's pretty even coat for the full length of my table currently. So we'll stop that for now. Save these for next time. And now my hands aren't stained brown like last time. So bonus. Now, I'll move over to the sewing table. This is cooled pretty well, and it looks pretty good as far as being stuck on there. The next step is to turn it inside out. I turn garments inside out, I'll reach like all the way in and flip them out from the other side. But since this is so long, that's not quite as feasible. So I'm going to try and slowly turn it inside out from one end to another. See how it works out. It's pretty soft stuff, so not so bad. At work I have these tote bags that I have to make, and they are made of thick duck canvas, so they can be kind of rough to turn inside out sometimes. This is a lot softer and easier to pinch. Just grab a pinch and pull. Make sure the end is staying right side out, about halfway. We're reaching the end here. It's getting staticky. Okay. I'm gonna have to stick my hand all the way through to try and get those corners. That might not be an option. Yeah, no. It's just a little bit too long and too narrow in the middle for me. Whoop! I'm so sorry. My little stand fell over. I guess I was wiggling the table too much. Spoke too soon. Got some brown on me anyway. Better than under the fingernails, though. That'll be easier to scrub. I think I know the problem here. I did not trim the corners so they're not coming off quite as stiff or sharp. But that's okay, I think. That can be the inside part of it. Because this is basically going to be the back of the belt, and it's going to overlap with one over the other. I can always just put this part on top, because this will have some nice sharp corners since I will be folding it over. All right. Now, time to switch views. You can see my new friend over there, the Rancor. He's super adorable. We found him at Target. Come on, Mika. I haven't got a good spot for him on the shelf, so he's just hanging out right there. Sorry, trying to figure out how I did this last time. I think I had it so that I could see it better. Yeah, that looks about right. Now, as you can see, oops. As you can see, this gets a little squished up here. It's not coming all the way out to make it the full shape. So that is why I'm going to be sewing again on the outside here. Just trying to get it as flat as possible. There we go. Sorry, I just don't think that's a very good view of what I'm doing. I don't know if this is much better, but we'll try them both and see how it goes. Yeah, no, that's not better. Okay, double check the tension. Looks could be better. think I might have found closer to the sweet spot here for the tension. If you're wondering how I'm keeping it straight, I was going to try and do a different view, but that failed miserably. Basically, I'm just remembering, since it's on the inside of the foot and it's a very close hem that I'm doing here, as you can see in the back, over here, there's no lines closer, as you can see there. So I basically just have to remember about where the end is hitting on the foot. And for me, it's just on the inside of this one curve. And if I just keep following that, then the line will stay straight. Getting a little close there as I'm trying to get this where I want it to be, but it'll be okay. I did get matching thread for a reason. Line's not super great over there because of the rounded corner, but like I said, I'll probably put this on the underside of where I attach it. Sorry, got my legs all wonky. Sorry, trying something new. This is fairly thin. There is more room on this side of the sewing machine since I need my hand over here. You can kind of see more. It's closer to what my point of view is. Okay, maybe switch back to over here now. I'm trying to like get this to stick out more, and then I realized, oh yeah, I'm at the closer to the end with the hole. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. Sorry, trying to turn it around there. All right. So now it's a lot flatter. You don't have it bowing out at the sides, so it will be able to go right around the hips. I'll have to figure out a way to make it so that it doesn't do that. Maybe try turning it the other way around. That'll look a bit better. But yeah, and that is the underbelt. Oh, one last thing. as well finish up the edge here. Actually, on second thought, I will not finish up this edge yet because I don't know which way I'm going to want it to be out. I'm going to have to do some test fitting with the rest of the costume. But that is all I'm going to be doing for today. I know this was a little short, but like I said, I'm having some carpal tunnel issues today. I don't want to go too hard with the sewing, and we just have to wait for the belt to dry before we do some more dyeing on it. Next steps for Ahsoka will be, since I'm doing this Ahsoka the White kind of workaround, I will need to finish the gloves, which I'll probably start on next, and then the cloak, and I should be good to go for PCC there. Once again, thanks for watching. We didn't have anybody in the chat this time, but that's okay. We didn't have anybody in the chat like the first 2 times either. Make sure and follow me on any social media if you like to look at pictures of my stuff. That's always fun, and I appreciate it. Plus, you can see my cute dog. I post pictures of her on Instagram there. If you miss part or any of the streams, check out my YouTube channel. I will upload this stream on there shortly. And so I think that's my like and subscribe spiel. That's clunky and terrible. But anyway, hope to see you next week. That's about it. Bye.